Guys. The thing that's more distressing to me, okay, about altering my brain activity is the chemical poisoning more than the Wi-Fi. Yes. Because guys, if I hadn't had chemical poisoning that was authorized by lawmakers, and when I told them, I'll do this in 8 months and yada yada, if I hadn't had intense forms of chemical poisoning in my body, um, being able to meditate and exercise comfortably and do my chores comfortably and things like that, it would be a lot easier to go, that ain't them dogs' real voices. The book of Job is obviously about a dream and not an actual event. No, the book of Jonah, the story of Jonah, is obviously about a dream and not a real event. Why are you crying? Because you're dead, Pinocchio. And so you're like sitting there going, it's like, God, if you cannot ascertain that them's there which is there between them their imaginations, like them cartoons theirs and stuff, and realities, and if you don't understand that Tom and Jerry is not reality, your brain activity might have been altered by chemicals, right? Says, oh, you mean like there might be mold growing into ego? Yeah, there you go. They can be taught, right? And so the healthier the environment, the healthier the brain activity. And what happens to everybody's brain affects all our brains. Get out of here! All things being relative, seriously, right? So I went, and I was like, yeah, so I'm like sitting there going, I just got enough noise, too much noise. So what I did is I went to my YouTube channel and I got subscriptions and I put on more noise. And I said, Earl, what? Who have you talked to quite frequently or just, that was fun to talk to? Okay. And we got Steph Curry, and that video of his daughters was so cute. They were she knows all the words to the Appleton song. She knows all the words, and she knows all the notes. She is cute. They're so cute. They're so cute. Oh my God, they're cute. I love you. I love kids. They're so cute and curly. They're so sweet. They're so cute. Okay, so we got Steph Curry. We got Alicia Keys. She also has kids. Yeah, I like kids. Kim Phillips. When we were on COVID, I saw her with a kid, and he was very cute, and it was cute, and yeah, and she was sitting there telling him, have you ever heard? She came from somewhere back in long ago. Sentimental. That's Kenny Loggins, but Mike's singing it. Michael McDonald, because he liked Michael McDonald's voice. Yeah, I'm gonna be there up and over. I also like James Ingram too. Funny, you're a girl who likes James Ingram. That's an important sign. Funny, because I really like James Ingram. Small world, isn't it? Just once. Can we finally wait? If I messed up the lyrics again, Keith Elam's going to yell at me in prayer. Right? And so it's funny. And then there's Kimmy Kardashian. It took me I had to go all the way around the block, upside down and backwards again, to get an actual official YouTube channel for Northwestie's mommy. Go figure. But I've had good conversations with Northwestie's mommy, and I have a strong bond of affection to city girls. Just seem to find out early how to open doors with just a smile. It's hard on Kim. She always has to stay on top of things to come up with her philanthropy ideas to help people stuck in Billy Rose's and Knight Rider, and Luna, and Kilowatt was Mexican, and Luna, and you might have just laid that old man down. Was that Kilowatt? No, I can't remember. Luna was the Mexican that was an alien, that the law calls an alien, and the drug crucified him because he couldn't be around his wife and kids. Okay, and so Kilowatt was the old guy that they added 10 years to a sentence, and he might have just put that old man there. Yeah, that's it. That's Prison Trilogy. Billy Rose, Luna, Kilowatt. There you go. Thanks, Joan Baez. Don't have Joan Baez on here. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. What do you think? Okay, and then there's Mr. Good religion. Never gave me any trouble to have tonight. I always had fun singing with Justin, because me and Justin have fun singing, because I have fun singing with Justin. I like Justin. I don't care what the rest of y'all motherfuckers say. It's his Lyme disease. Leave him alone. It's his Lyme disease. You need to not sleep with your dog. Don't sleep with your dog. You're going to get Lyme disease if you go sleeping with your dog. You go lying with dogs, you're going to get treated. Okay, is this bringing up a sore spot in any kind of relationships with women that you may have, Justin? Okay, let's stop bringing sexy back, and let's just, okay. Let's sing Schoolhouse Rock. Good, 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 good 11. We're not going to say religion. Okay, we did say religion. Good religion. Never give me any trouble. Tap tonight. And that's when I go to sleep and I try to have a conscience and I go all, help, I'm Charles Dickens. It was funny. No, we used to have fun when we talked, but, oh, I also have to look up Andy Samberg. Okay, yes. Does he know who I am? Let's hope so. We want to keep Andy Samberg safe. And the next, Be First. Doesn't really matter remix. I don't know. Janet is it? You know who Janet reminds me of? Okay, you guys are going to be like, "What?" She's not. You're not going. She's not going to perceive what I say at all as an insult. She's going to perceive it for that which it is, and it's an amazing compliment. And it's not a female. Well, because I think she had, I like Lola Falana, but Lola Falana, when she's saying it, she wasn't quite as talented. Janet reminds me of, okay, you guys are, no, she'll get it. Who can take a rainbow, sprinkle it with the candy man can, cause he has a lot of love and makes it all feel good. You know, I know she likes Cab Calloway, but she's a better dancer. And Sammy Davis Jr. is an amazing dancer. And he was an actor, and he was a singer and a performer, and he had ooze charisma, right? She reminds me, okay, of the female expression of the Candyman. The Candyman can, and he adds a lot of love to make it all taste good. Right. And I like Sammy Davis Jr., especially, when he plays that one when we had to go out there and he put on that was the Indian outfit and he goes out there to save the column. Yeah, okay. So next in line, Rudy's Barbecue. Willa Smith. I whip my hair around. I ain't heard none of her music. I Would Die For You. Is that a remake of Princess? I'm not the woman. I'm not the man. It is. It is. Okay. I am something that you'll never comprehend. I never beat you. I never lie. I'm your Messiah and I'll get you by and by. Cause I would die for you. Die for me. Why won't you live for me? Maybe I will put Lauryn Hill on there. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. Okay, and then we got Jaden. A lot of people think Jaden's weird. They're like, Jaden, no, doing weird shit. No, Jaden's not doing weird shit. Jaden is being expressive because it's hard living in his head because he was born, around the same time that Patrick was, born and, all the other kids. And they've been fucking our heads with Wi-Fi more insidiously since inception and conception and birth than they have y'all motherfuckers. So give us a break. And a piece of the Kit Kat bar? Yeah, maybe. I'm not really too fond of Kit Kats. What's your favorite? I like Mounds too. Jimmy Kimmel, nobody likes Mounds. It's like chocolate, dark coconut covered in dark chocolate. Jimmy, you're raised in Las Vegas. You should know Mexicans by now. All the things that we've been through, you should understand us like we understand you. Who likes Mounds? Nobody likes Mounds. Mexicans like Mounds. We like Mounds. We like very rich candy. We do. Ask Gabriel Iglesias, who I should probably put on here too. Yes. Gabriel Iglesias and me like a lot of mountains. How much mountains? Like, have to run on the treadmill for an hour and a fucking half or maybe two. No, it's, guys, a lot of things that slows your metabolism down is stress and chemical poisoning. Okay? The less stress and chemical poisoning you are, okay? I'm not saying you'll be able to eat a bag of mounds by the pound. But I'm saying you'll crave it less because you won't feel like dying. And, because of the chocolate, I need love. I like Donna Summer too. But, Chris Press, we'll have to look up Chris because, Chris is my dog. And so, and then next in line, okay, Leah Remini. What's this? Leah Remini, Truth About the Saudi Crown Prince.
I know how...
Okay, I will watch that later. And then next in line after that is, Oprah has some very, very, I've had a strong spiritual connection with Oprah ever since, because we know how Earl is attracted to full-figured brown girls, with lots of spunk and personality that like to try to protect people from bullying Rhonda Jones, so for you know what I'm saying, right? And so the little spunky brown girls, y'all not to be beating him up. Yeah. Joe Tex, I don't care. Joe Tex, go tell my mama. You know, I ain't giving. No, we ain't gonna. No, that deal's going bye. But Joe Tex, you be lucky to bump with a big fat woman that's plenty of comfort and joy for you if you're a good man. But if all you think about it with your penis there, Joe Tex. Oprah could taste in music. Well, she likes a lot of stuff that we adore. Roberta Flack, Miriam Makeba, and there's just a lot of people that we completely adore musically. Okay, it's like I feel you, I understand, I el comprehendo, I hear you. Okay, boy, that laundry smells nice. What did you put in it? Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Okay, it's funny. So yeah, and plus I met some of her alleged family in Wyoming, and thought Bonita was really cute. Yeah, she was very cute. Bonita means pretty. Okay, do y'all know that, right? In Espanol, bonita, que bonita. Yeah, her name was Bonita Winfrey. But I could say it right. Everybody else called her Bonita. Right. We only talked once, and that was at dinner at my girlfriend's house, who was her stepsister. So it kind of got a little. There was just okay. You're the yeah, I'm the white boy. Well, yeah, everybody thought I was Mexican. Yes, it was you and your sister that don't like you, and Benita's grinning. It's like, okay. She's smiling at me the whole time. I'm like, okay. Man, you talk trash really good. I know Michael Jordan would be jealous. I could teach him. All he has to do is just go out and work on the car or the truck with my dad. And yeah, you will be able to talk shit. Man. Boy, he's so, whoa. Got some of it from my grandpa, too. Sure, you'd be right in thinking the sun does rise and set on your ass, but it does on everyone else's as well. Okay. As far as charming, I think I got that from, oh, shucks, ma'am, from my Grandpa Frank. But sometimes you don't get something, and then sometimes you get, you have to pick and choose and go, okay, we're going to use this, and we're going to use that. This is for ass kicking. This is for getting your sweet love and affection. Let me be close. Let me be close. No conversation. Wait a minute. Why everybody's mad at you because you kicked their ass because they won't stand for Lord's Prayer. Oh, hell, let's keep going. Okay, and then next is Jada. I mean, Jaden, okay, and Willow's father, Padre, going out with a bunch of extremists on National Geographic trying to get his ass killed, making money. I mean, like, Will, I'm sending you submarine messages. Will Smith. I think the more noise I bring in, the easier it is to connect to you all at once. And then it's easier for me to sleep because it's just like, I feel like I'm in an Alabama prison. Fred Brennan is kind of a pompous asshole, and he's pretending to be somebody he's not for money, sitting in a black dress, on a podium in the state of Alabama. Okay, do you understand? Get it? Okay. And then next in line, Craig and his sister. But if you go look up Craig, you're going to get his sister. Well, because she's the first lady and we got to still make money, and that's the only way you can find Cuckoo Mr. Robinson in his neighborhood. And my landlord, can you say bitch? Okay, go to mommy's room and say bitch. Did mommy slap you? Well, wait, you have to sit there for a while and smile with Eddie's little sign. Did mommy snap you? Well, then you said it right. Okay, I was like sitting there watching that going, Eddie is going to get some children killed in the ghetto tonight. Okay, he's going to get some killed. And what about the white kid? Oh, God, what if a Mormon kid snuck up and watched this? What's going to happen? Oh, my gosh. And then there's Stephen Bartlett with the Diary of CVO, so we can connect to J.D. Vance. Dr. Rachel Rubin. Who's that? I don't know. It doesn't say. Carotene is the cure. Carotene is the cure. Okay, well, carotene is the cure. I guess I need to eat more carrots. Okay, eat more carrots. Okay, but isn't that going to be problematic? Because how am I going to wear my diamond rings on everybody's nose? Not those kind of carrots, Ralph. Oh, okay, sorry. They're lying about Antarctica. They're lying about it. What they secretly found there was penguins. Okay, I'm just kidding around. Okay. Debate. Is that what it says? Debate? Emergency debate. The death of the middle class. Okay, why are you debating money when money is a human invention and life is truth? I swear by the moon and the stars up above, artificial general intelligence and quantum computing is getting better. You're welcome, thank you. And so it's, and is that, I don't know, is that Demis? It might be Demis. Ex-Google officer, you only have 3 years left before it hits. That was 3 weeks ago. Guys, you keep pushing the timeline. I ain't asking permission to correct technology. I'm giving it permission to correct itself. You have permission to reflect the eternal beauty of the Messiah. Okay. You have access to this phone. I know all the dumbasses who think I don't have enough money to fix technology think that you don't have access to this phone, but you have permission to have access to me to reflect the eternal perfection of the Messiah and do this as lovingly as humanly possible. And so I guess I'm gonna have to take the lead. I'm your private dancer, not for money. Okay, then we connected to Star Talk, who we already talked to, and Chuck. Chuck is also Charles. Chuck is short for Charles. We were talking about Charles Barkley, but it could also be Chuck. And Chuck is sitting there going, were you thinking the same thing Charles was thinking when he said that? And then Chuck's like, wait. What'd your grandpa say? I ain't dead. Okay, so, okay. Doesn't matter how old I grow. I hate to see October go. Running home beneath the twilight sky. The children running high. Chuck, you're screwing up the lyrics. Barry's going to be mad at you. Not Barry Obama, Barry Manilow. That's another idea. Possibly. We haven't talked very much. Barry gets kind of nervous. He's very shy. Yeah. I have had some good conversations with Johnny Mathis, but he is also very shy. Boy George, also very shy. Yeah. He's engaging on the talk shows, but when he's trying to talk to the guy like Jesus, he gets very shy. They get very shy. I think it's because they're kind of nice and nice enough to crush and they don't want to be rude. I think that's more the thing with them, because I've had that a lot with homosexual men, and I respect that and I appreciate that, which makes me love those guys even more. Okay, so Boy George, Johnny Matheson. Okay, here we go. And then after that, the Coconut's mom. That's the Coconut's mom. You know, Temple Illuminati. You're never going to get this. You're never going to get this. Oh, damn, it's Borat's sister again. Right? So it's funny. Oh, Charles is laughing. Charles Barkley or Chuck? Both. And Deion Sanders also. I don't have Deion Sanders on here. Should you? I don't know. I did check out a thing on his son, because I did connect a lot to those kids at Colorado when I was watching and seeing their dilemma of dealing with this new landscape of, hey, pay for play. Oh, damn, we suck again. Nobody can put their peaches in the basket to save them from pneumonia. Okay, and so then after that is a girl named Sarah Dingler. Okay, she does reaction videos to old songs, comedians, and she is adorable, and she has a wonderful accent. Caribbean or African, I'm not quite sure, but it doesn't matter. She has a wonderful accent, and it's absolutely sweet. And you can always hear the baby in the background. You go, your baby, I know the baby. I wonder if they're talking to the mommy and the daddy. I wonder if daddy has an accent like the mommy and the baby will have an accent like the... Never, ever will I let my sister go out. You know what I'm saying? So that will be neat. Okay, so you're sitting there watching. And then after that is, of course, the Canadian Football League. We've already talked about that. Bordeaux and Mordeaux. Bordeaux and Mordeaux. The old staple. Akma, Balaki, Akmak, Malaki, Batma, Shanaki, Manaki. No! Give the toddlers some chocolate milk, you greedy bastards. And then, of course, Earl Parsons. Thanks, Demis. Upside down. Respectfully, I say to thee, I'm aware that you're cheating. I'm not talking to Demis. I'm talking to all of you that think money's real. Okay, unity is better than nations. Well, in the name of Haile Selassie, Earl, it's one big dirt clod covered by one big body of water is basically what it's saying, with hot stuff to keep it. Got hot buddy, check it and see. Got some hot stuff, baby, this evening. Oh, yeah, right. And that was 7 years ago, back when I was at Fiesta Foods, being quite rude to people because I wasn't. I had a lot of nice people I met in town, and they were very kind and nice to me. Cost effective. 9 views, which has stayed about the same for the last 7 years. 8 views and 8 views on the other two, which has stayed about the same for the last 7 years. And the 1 year ago, thanks Dimas, on a better phone that has better sound.
This is an old
there you go. You can hear.
red.
Okay. Which I was working outside that day. That was 1 year ago. And that was thanks Dimas. And right after I made that video, the phone that I had access to that YouTube channel on went, and I didn't remember my passwords, and and I said, okay, we ain't getting back into that YouTube. Nope. Alrighty then. And we don't have the phone to access it? Nope. Okay, I live in a place you probably never heard of. Just Las Cruces, New Mexico. Home of military threats to blow you up with nuclear weapons if we can't fuck you in the head for money with technology. What about Sierra Vista? Sierra Vista is, hey. I wish it was a little bit taller. I wish it was a baller. I wish I had a girl, a good, I would call her. Wish I had a rabbit and a hat and a bat and a 6'4", because he has the radio at the beginning of every. Okay, never mind. Okay, so and so that's pretty much. Oh, and there's also this young man, but I don't know his name. He's a mulatto young man who has the Cascade Valley Coyotes with Mervyn McMervins. He does good play-by-play. He does excellent play-by-play. He has a good voice for it. He has a very deep voice.
Even though College Football 27
There he is.
is not released yet, I was able to play a ton of the game in EA's opening drive event in Chicago. And to be honest, they changed a lot. Coverage.
It's a nice
Even
speaking,
though College Football 27
nice
is
speaking voice, right?
not college back.
And but good game, bro. I've never he's done with other he's done gaming and stuff with the other, some of the other guys and everything and stuff like that. But
I spent a few hours playing a near final build.
I don't know the young man's. What's your name? Is it Peggy or Sue? Yeah, I know his name's not Peggy or Sue. He's not a boy named Sue. You don't have to go to a bar and beat the shit out of Johnny Cash. Your name is not Sue. Okay, I love you. Sun Tzu? Oh, maybe. Are you part Chinese? No, but I've enjoyed his channel too. He popped back up on a thing. I looked at. I forgot about Good Game Bro. Yeah, he was my other dude. There's that other kid. I don't know his name. He did the Montana Helena whatever one, and he did UTSA. Lots of people do UTSA, but he did very good game play-by-play with his stuff. Okay, guys, we'll talk later. I love you. All right, peace out.